Hi, hi. This is Charlotte Pierce. I'm the producer of Face the Book TV and an officer at Independent Publishers of New England. I'm here today with a conference preview with Alexa Nazzaro, the founder of Aaxel Group. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yeah, the Aaxel Author Group.
Aaxel Author Group. And you do a number of things for authors and publishers. Do you have also publishers or?
No, we primarily work directly with authors.
Okay.
Sometimes we have worked with a couple of small presses who do still need those resources because, of course, in the indie publishing world, it's, small presses don't necessarily have these full-fledged in-house resources. So we have worked with some small presses. We mainly work directly with authors who are looking for any kind of support through the editing, publishing, and book marketing process.
Yeah, I mean, we find as at the Independent Publishers of New England, we have, I think, a majority are independent authors. We try to de-emphasize the self-publishing thing because we try to encourage people to think of themselves as a business, a bona fide.
I totally agree with that. That's wonderful. I like that. And I think it's important that authors feel empowered because being an indie author is a huge undertaking. I always say that to all of my authors, but if you're in it, it can be so rewarding, but you have to be in it. You really have to be invested 100%, but it can be such a wonderful creative journey.
Yeah, and if you're not 100%, you have to accept that you're not going to be. Like people won't beat a path to your door.
Yes, that is wonderful, Charlotte. We're completely aligned in those things. I
know that
agree.
By bitter experience.
Yes, but it's so interesting how many authors still don't realize that it takes a commitment, but that the rewards, not just about book sales, but if you really enjoy the process of writing and resonating with readers, it can be great.
Well, tell us about your presentation at the conference, which starts, so we start on November 1st, which is Friday, and then yours is a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, yes.
And so you are by yourself, right? You're not on a panel.
No, I'm just giving a workshop looking at stunning book cover design. So the secrets behind pulling together and getting yourself a really, really standout, awesome book cover, because book covers, it remains probably one of the biggest marketing assets that you will ever have relating to your book.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give a step-by-step really walkthrough on what the ideal process should be to really get the cover that you want, to ensure that it respects those parameters of the traditional publishing industry, because I always tell authors the goal is your book cover should proudly stand alongside any traditionally published book. And it is possible, you just need to know how to go about it. So we'll be going through an overview, and then we'll really be looking at some covers in different genre and different approaches. So for instance, the illustrative approach versus just playing with text, and looking at a few examples to see how they work. So that's really going to be the gist of it.
Yeah. And do you go into the different platforms that your book cover will appear on? So like Amazon, like the tiny little thumbnails that they suggest similar books. And it has to grab people if you're going to be.
Yes, exactly. Well, actually, what we do, I will mention that, and I will give some examples, because that's one of the things I urgently tell authors to do. It's not enough to just have a great cover. Zooming in on your big screen is one thing, and then seeing it as a thumbnail, all of a sudden, oof, this part isn't quite standing out the way I thought it would. So yes, we will be talking about making sure that your cover looks good, not only on Amazon, testing it. Yes, exactly. Even things like websites or creating 3D images of your book cover, just little things you can do with your book cover.
Yeah, well, at IPNE, we have some regional groups that we either just drop in, sessions free for anyone. And so one time one of our members dropped in, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with my book cover. I'm just up here in Alaska all alone." So I went on, and we help each other. I went on and I said, "Well, the type is a little bit, it's like Arial or something." But so she got it, and it's been really effective. I don't know if it's my input or just just having someone else look at it.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's what's so nice about these events is that it really nurtures
Mhm.
that community aspect because very
Right.
often we do our work alone and it's normal to
Mhm.
sometimes feel that isolation and coming together. I mean the schedule that you have prepared is really great. No, it covers a nice range
I
of
know,
topics,
yeah.
NetGalley, book marketing, talking about Ingram Spark, audiobooks, picture books. I
Mhm.
mean, it's really, really a nice so I'm looking forward to sitting in on some sessions and listening to what people have to say.
Yeah, it's almost like overload, but in a good way.
Oh, but in a good way. It's manageable though. It's really manageable and it's just over a
Yeah,
couple of days, but I think it'll be a really, really enriching
nice.
learning experience.
Well, we won't give away the store, but
No.
this is wonderful. I'm definitely heading to your session on Saturday morning.
Perfect. Great.
But, I just want to mention that people I'm, yeah, I'm an officer in IPNE, but the people get a, full year of IPNE membership, Independent Publishers of
Yes.
New England, and we're, like, in a transition phase, so we've got a new website, we've got monthly webinars, practical stuff coming up
Nice.
on things like book covers, and, we'll go into the little more granular detail than the conference
Mhm.
maybe, but you get a full year, so you
Yes.
really get a discount on the conference if you
Absolutely. I
join.
totally agree.
Alexa, it's just fabulous to meet you, and let's stay in touch, and we'll do another follow-up later
Absolutely.
in the year or,
That
different
sounds
topic or
great.
something like that,
For
yeah.
sure, and I'm looking
Yeah,
very forward to speaking and connecting with authors during the conference.
yeah, and they'll be able to contact you directly or,
Yeah,
and will you have a
absolutely.
presentation that you'll
Yes,
share?
of course, absolutely.
Nice.
Question and answer and all of that good stuff.
Awesome. Great, great. Okay, well, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you,
All right,
Charlotte.
thanks for coming on.